Alright, what's up guys? Welcome back to Keep Relax. A little bit of a garage video for you guys. Farm use is pretty rough. So the cage is pretty bad. The rear bumper was only hanging on by half of it was falling off. And the front bumper was good. But this cage that I have was never intended to take the beatings, rollovers, or anything that is taken. I got some pictures I'll throw up, but as you can see, the whole thing's really tweaked. The rear bumper was pretty messed up. Actually broke some bungs off. That bung right there. And it's pretty rough, so this is where we're at now. Doors are all bent up. We're gonna go without fenders now this time. That exhaust is going. It's torn down pretty good. I got a lot of plans of the shifter going up here and doing a whole lower dash, lower the fuel tank, just like King of Hammer cars. And yeah, it's gonna be a whole lot different. Still keeping the original grill in the front. That's about the front grill, hood grill, whatever. That's the only stock plastics going back on it. So moved my seat a little bit. Didn't really like where it was. We're gonna put a bar back here to kind of help support the seat so it don't move so much since we're moving it forward. So yeah, I'll add a whole bunch of pictures and any videos I can get while Kyle does stuff while I'm not here. So this is the start of it. All right, so it's been about a week or two since I was here last. Kyle's got a lot done. We have lowered the dash. So the stock dash used to be up here, used to be pretty level with the shock tower. That's how much lower. You just take the plastics off and that's how much lower the dash is. The fuel tank actually had to be lowered. Looks like it's 1 3/4 inch tubing, so probably about 1 3/4 inch actually lowered. Instead of the out the side, it's going to be straight up, filling it up. He got some doors done. Still has to finish weld those, but they're not quite as aggressive as my old doors, but they don't open up as far as the old ones did, but that's okay. Don't really need them to. So we got some beadlock, new beadlocks. 3515s went away from the 37s. I don't think it's worth it for the little bit of bigger tire. It's causing a lot more other issues. So what else we got? That's the mufflers going on there. It's pretty loud. We're gonna cut the header back and put the muffler back in this little triangle. I think it's gonna be angled that way because it looks better angled out, but if you angle it out, then it's going to blow on the tire and blow all the dust off the tire right into whoever's following me. And since I'm always leading, I don't want to have people getting dust in their eyes following me all day. So probably going to sacrifice looks for a little more practicality. All this wiring stuff is to be determined. Today we're going to try and figure out a dash panel plan. This is going to be a flat panel, and then have a panel down here. Thinking about putting the shifters on, or the switches on the side of the shifter. Still have to figure that out today. There's the fuse box. We're going to relocate that right there instead of being in the center. Shifter, still using the B&M. It's my favorite shifter. But instead of it being there, we're putting it right here. That way when you're sitting in it, you can just move your hand off the wheel, throw it right in reverse, and go right in park. Other than that, the doors are a little shorter, a little smaller. The old doors came up to like here, and you can see the new doors that go in there. And that's about it right now. We're still kind of eyeballing this section. I wanted a fender well, but when you go from that tube to this tube, you're literally right up against the shock. So we're still trying to figure that out right now. But no more smart spool. I didn't have the greatest luck with the cases holding together. Other than that, I think the smart spool is a great differential, but for my style of riding, I think I'm just a little too aggressive for it. So got one of them Performances. I picked this thing up off a guy in Reno, Nevada for $3,800, I think. As you can see, it's waiting to go in. It's there. We're talking to Jeremy, 3 Hands Fab. Sounds like we're gonna run his drive shaft. 2-inch 120 wall, 1310 U joints. So because there's a ECC racing diff tray in this machine, I don't know the measurement that differential has to sit, the performance to fit with the hydro steer. So don't have a drive shaft yet because Jeremy's going to cut me a spacer plate. I have to get the dimensions on that. And we haven't made it to that part yet. We're still kind of finishing it up over here. So once all this is finished, which hopefully probably a week, we'll be tearing that apart. And all the A-arm bolt holes are all oblonged out and wore out. So there's a lot of stuff that's got to be fixed there. As well as I couldn't figure out the snapping noise for 2 years. And that's it. Broken shock mount. So it's getting fixed up. I mean, it needs a lot. It's been 6 or 7 years I've been riding this thing really hard. So when we did the both sides, we modified it, but we really needed to actually spend the time and attention in the front end and fixing all the wore out holes and stuff so the A-arms don't keep coming loose. But we were more focused on making it look boats. We're more focused on the boat sides and actually fixing what we should have been. So that's it. The roof's done. That arched part isn't part of the roof. It's just sitting there, but very strong cage. I don't think I'll have to worry about the cage being weak anymore. And yep, the door's shut really nice, but with these shocks on there, they're way too strong. I got ones coming today from Amazon. Those are 110 pound shocks. We got 60 pounds coming. And I think that's it for right now. So we will see what happens next. All right, so this is where we're at. We got the differential in it. We got all the A-arm bolts. We got all the A-arm bolts fixed up. They're all oblonged out. I am gonna Loctite them and do a few other things, but that Proformance is in there. The Hydro's in here. We left these are OEM rear axles. We left those out because I have King Cobras sitting at my house. We're gonna put those in. So I just didn't want to shove them in the diff and then take them back out. Just let them hang out. We only drove it from there, backed up over here. So here's the panels Kyle's working on. Looking pretty sick. Gonna do some tail lights over here, I think. He's gonna do some brat bars over here. Remount the chase bar. It's not going to be on the roof. It's going to be kind of lower, maybe somewhat where it's at. And the interior is my favorite part. So completely got rid of the dash. The old dash is gone. The fuse box and everything that's in the center is now right here. Way more practical. Steering column is in the same spot as factory, but everything else is different. See, the shifter is up there. All the switches are going right there as we put them in. That's where the shifter used to be. And we just blocked that off. New doors. Work a lot nicer than the old ones. Not so big and heavy. But dashboard came out really nice. Lowered the fuel tank. I think 1.75 inches. 2 inches. So now the filler neck comes out the top. A lot of people have them go out the side. We didn't really like that. So we actually moved the fuel tank down and over a little bit to get the filler neck to come out right here. Still got the butterfly doors. You can kind of see if you actually go and look at, well, there's a cover on a factory X3, but you can see right there where the fuel tank used to be above that bar. So now you see kind of how much lower it is, and we had to trim a lot of plastic to move it over. So, yeah, that's that. Got a Razor 4-seat 900 shifter cable in it. So, got low, reverse, park. And yeah, it's coming together. Kyle and I both have some surgeries and stuff coming up, so unfortunately it's kind of hindered our ability to work on this thing, but we plan on getting out there. Probably have it done in August, and definitely plan on riding a lot in September, the end of the year. So this is the other thing. This is the original hood the hood bars that used to be on it. I lowered the whole front end. I think it's about 7 inches in the very front, 6 in the middle, and 4 in the back. So that's how much lower the front end is. There's no radiator in it right now. With the radiator, it sits right here. But still, OEM front end is still on it. We just had to hack up a lot here. Still haven't figured out how much to hack up around the shocks yet, and then I lowered the front end and had to hack it up right there. So still got some more work to do on that, some more finishing up, but it's pretty roughed in on how it's going to look. Thinking about just doing a small white bar in the front. Haven't really decided on that. Yep, back on 35s, which I believe I already said that in earlier in the video. At this point, this is going to be a multi-video combined. So, yep. So, appreciate you guys watching, subscribing, and hope you guys are liking how it's coming out. Everybody says it kind of looks tall, and it kind of does look tall in pictures, but I'm telling you, in person, it's not any taller than it used to be. Like, I can still walk up and look over the roof. So there's just a factor of the old doors used to go like that. The OEM doors kind of went like that. These doors duck way down and go straight across. If there was a plastic dash in here, it would be up here. So it's kind of what happens. It's a more King of Hammer style West Coast rig, not a East Coast low cage tall door rig. So it probably looks a little goofy to some people at some angles, but when it's all done up, I don't think it'll look bad at all. I don't think it looks bad now, but I don't think people will think it looks so kind of odd. But all right, thank you guys. See ya.